A tree lighting kicks off the holiday season in Santa Ana.
Volunteers took on the task of clothing and feeding the homeless.
And SAC's dance department premieres their latest production.
All this and more, right now on SAC News.
Bring up FGS. Children's Book Festival.
For more information.
Hello, welcome to this week's edition of SAC News. I'm Katie LeCarey.
And I'm Andrew Lapp. We begin this week with a look at local holiday festivities.
The Bowers Museum is ending the year with a bang. In a celebration called Las Posadas Festival, there will also be a reenactment of the Mexican Christmas tradition of the story of Mary and Joseph as they seek shelter for the baby Jesus at the Posadas. This is a free event that will have face paintings, art projects, and performances by various music artists. Attendees will celebrate with hot chocolate and pan dulce. This event begins on October 15th at 4 p.m. For more information about this event, you can visit the Bowers Museum website.
Main Place Mall is partnering up with Autism Speaks to host Santa Cares, a sensory-friendly event for children with all spectrum of special needs. Children and family members can enjoy a holiday tradition of taking photos with Santa in a calming environment prior to public hours. The Santa Cares photo experience will be complete with sensory additions like music, bright lights, and coloring tables. Sensory-friendly visits are free, and keepsake photo packages will be available for purchase. Santa Cares will be held December 1st at Main Place Mall.
Last weekend, the city of Santa Ana hosted its 7th annual tree lighting ceremony called Plaza Navideña. There was a food truck and a free chaporrado. A Mexican drink mixed with masa and chocolate was given out by Northgate Market. Santa Claus made a special appearance to take photos with kids, as did an arts and crafts booth by Yellow Turtle Art Show, where children could play with clay. For live entertainment, there were dancers from the Academy of Dance called Baile Folklorico, who are traditional Mexican dancers. The event ended with kids breaking open piñatas, and finally, the lighting of the Christmas tree.
This event is our seasonal event that we have every year regarding the Christmas celebration. This is an opportunity for the entire community to come together to join us in the festivities and the tree lighting.
A local park and community center is celebrating its 6th anniversary. The park, called Parque Centro Comunitario Corazones Verdes, will be hosting their festivities on Saturday, November 30th at 602 East 4th Street. The event is open to the public and will have live entertainment and raffles. For more information, give the community center a call.
The Orange County Museum of Art will be having a free family day. Families are invited to explore the museum, see art galleries, exhibitions, tours, and hands-on art projects. The event will happen on December 7th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information for the event, visit the OCMA website.
The Patchwork Show is coming again to downtown Santa Ana December 1st. Attendees will be able to shop from a variety of handmade goods, everything from clothing to crafts. The festival will showcase emerging artists, crafters, and designers, alongside food trucks and live music. The event is free to the public and dog-friendly. Check out the organizer's website for more information.
This past Saturday, the homeless could get a warm coat, a warm bite, and a warm place to sleep at the Salvation Army in Santa Ana. The event, done in partnership with Charity on Wheels, served over 200 meals. Co-founder and organizer Michelle Southall said the Thanksgiving feast is just one aspect of the charity, which includes providing mentorship and job skills training.
Resumes, we can help them with all sorts of things, just walking and helping to do life and try to get them on the right path so that they're able to be self-reliant again.
Still to come, a new dance production opens at Santa Ana College.
And Aaron Hernandez gives us an update in sports.
It's always been a dream for me to be able to play like college softball. I never would have thought I would have been here at Santa Ana. It really meant a lot to me when I found out I got the scholarship.
Scholarship money is a huge, big asset and benefit to our student athletes here at Santa Ana College. We can imagine the burden that the student athletes have. They're spending like close to 6-7 hours a day with softball regarding games and traveling and things of that nature, and also be a full-time student. Out of our 22 players, 20 of them have jobs.
Having to work during season is like the most stressful thing, and so having a scholarship, I don't have to worry about like having a little part-time job to make sure I have food or could buy the things that I need. Now I could just focus on softball and my academics.
I believe Santa Ana College has more scholarships available than a lot of the other community colleges.
I didn't even know that there were so many scholarships out there. I didn't even know there was that much money out there that people are willing to help you move forward in your academic career.
Our coaches really emphasize like school always comes first. To them and to me, academics is like the most important thing.
Like you've heard the saying, academic student first, student athlete. We're pushing importance of academics.
After winning this scholarship, it really helped me because I was like, okay, if I really study hard, like I'm gonna get good things out of it. So I think it just motivated me in that aspect. I got 4.0s most of my time through college.
When I went to the banquet, I was so grateful to be able to meet the people that are actually helping me move forward. They're really in it for the students and the athletes.
One of the biggest contributions that you can make to help all of the student athletes so they can go further in their education, it will help them get to that next level. We all know that the more good there is out in this environment, it's going to help everybody, and everybody will benefit, especially our local community.
People like me and other students who have low-income families in the Santa Ana area, people who work really hard in school like should be rewarded. So I would just say thank you to all the donors because it really helps a lot of people in many ways.
Welcome back. I'm Aaron Hernandez with the latest in news in SAC sports. Women's volleyball held a ceremony for 3 sophomores during last week's game against Fullerton College at home. Taylor Hernandez, Viridiana Pacheco, and Lisbeth Uribe were playing in their final game as Santa Ana College students. Fullerton came to play with a 15-10 record and took control throughout most of the game. Santa Ana couldn't counter an explosive Hornets team as they lost 3 sets to 1, ending the Dawn season at 5-19. Good luck to Taylor and Viridiana as they transferred to Cal State Fullerton, and for Lisbeth, who transferred to Cal State Dominguez. Men's basketball played at home against Rio Hondo last week in a low-scoring, intense back-and-forth. The Dons were up by as many as 17 points in the second half as both teams struggled to keep an offensive tempo going throughout the game. In the closing seconds of the game, Rio Hondo managed to cut the deficit to 2, but Ramon Lopez put the game away with 2 clutch free throws. The final score was a close 66-62. The Dons' next game will be at the West LA College Tournament on December 5th. Ramon Lopez, the player who sealed the deal in the Dons' home game last week, has been playing basketball for as long as he can recall. Our reporter Vladimir Moyo Alarcon sat down with him to talk about his history with the sport.
He plays for SAC's basketball team. He took some time to tell us a little bit about his background in sports.
My uncle played basketball when I was growing up, so I started playing basketball when I was around 3-4 years old. Been a huge Laker fan, and as I grew up, I was more of a LeBron fan. So now he's on the Lakers, it's just so much better.
Playing basketball not only helped him be a great athlete, but also helped him hone his leadership skills.
They built me up to be a great player, a great person on and off the court, and just how they built me to be a leader.
In Santa Ana, covering sports for SAC News, this is Vladimir Moyo Alarcon.
That wraps up sports this week. Andrew and Katie, back to you.
Thanks, Aaron. SAC's dance department will soon be unveiling their latest production.
But first, here's what happened on campus this week.
SAC's ASG presented a barbecue event for Career Technical Education, or CTE programs, on campus yesterday. Some of the programs making an appearance were the Computer Science Club, the Welding Program, and the TV and Video Department. Students got to take a look at VR welding, robotics, remote-controlled drones, and 3D printing. Free food was offered by Brew Hogs in the Central Plaza.
People to get interested about computer science and programming and coding languages and all that. Because they have opportunities here. We want to get speakers to come to our club meetings, and we want to talk about transferring and what are the best courses to take to transfer out and just kind of help people.
For info on upcoming events, please visit ASG's Instagram page.
Santa Ana College held their environmental awareness event called Reduce, Reuse, Recycle last Tuesday. Participants were able to learn more about the increasing numbers of environmental challenges that our world is facing. The purpose was to raise awareness and to protect the environment from challenges like climate control, global warming, and plastic pollution. The event offered free sandwiches, booths with more information on the climate, and a game of climate change Jeopardy! Guest speakers from an environmental awareness organization known as Greenpeace gave lectures about the changes the planet needs for a better climate.
One of the things that I like to mention is that there are many organizations that are dealing with the environment. Some focus on plastic, some focus on water, some focus on different things. I focus on the climate, and one thing I would like students to do is to learn more about the climate and vote.
The dance department here at Santa Ana College will be premiering their winter production soon.
I sat down with the dance department chair, Heather Gillette, to get the story.
This particular year, we wanted to try something different, to create a theme that embraced the background of the different choreographers' backgrounds, where they're from originally, in reference to their hometowns, and also based on maybe also their training as dancers. And because of that, we came up with this theme called Roots Branches, embracing our past and present. There were 5 choreographers, myself and Leanne Alduenda, my colleague and co-director. We also had Fran Lee, who is originally from Japan. And then we also have Joshua Estrada Romero, whose family is originally from Mexico. And then we also have another colleague, her name is Syrian Reed, and she's originally from New Orleans. Each one of us had an opportunity over the summer to visit family. And with that, we were really inspired by different festivals, environments, stories, different histories, and because of that we were inspired. So because of this theme, this overall arcing theme was about lineage and embracing our past histories and stories. We wanted to find a way to physically embody that, and one of our scenic elements, we used actual twigs, branches, to represent a part, the roots in the tree is growing, and with the branches are spreading. But with that, we wanted to embrace that different cultures, different races, different ethnicities, we're all part of the same tree. We may have different branches and where we come from differently, but we all come from this one place of humanity.
That wraps up this week's episode of SAC News.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter and visit our YouTube page for more content.